Everyman driver, what's happening? Dave Erickson here, and with me, the all-new second generation in the U.S. 2017 Kia Cadenza, a near luxury sedan from Kia, and it is a sharp-looking vehicle with lots of bells and whistles. This comes in 3 trim levels: premium, technology, and limited. Price range between $33,000 and $45,000. Plus, you have the option for some extras like that panoramic sunroof, which we have. Today, we'll talk about some backseat legroom and headroom, real-world cargo volume, as well as miles per gallon, engine performance, driving impressions, the whole lot. I will have more information, of course, on everymandriver.com to supplement what I don't cover in this review. So, let's get started. So under the hood, we're looking at a 3.3 liter GDI V6, that's a V6, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission, Sportronic paddle shifters. This is Kia's first front-wheel drive, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission, 290 horses, 253 pound-feet of torque, and you really do feel that when you hit the accelerator of it pulling from the front. Pretty decent when it comes to that. Fuel economy, I'll talk about that in the car here in just a second because I want to give you some real-world numbers as I'm driving. But overall, it is a very healthy, sturdy driving machine. Is that possible to be healthy and sturdy? I think so. Let's move on. Okay, real-time, real-world miles per gallon. The Cadenza for 2017 is projecting 20 city, 28 highway. As of right now, in real time, I've put 112 miles on the car. I still have 305 miles of range. I've been averaging 19.3, so just below what they project. Now, to be honest and be fair, which is what I do, I've been kind of going back and forth between the drive modes. So there's Eco, Sport, Smart, and Comfort. Earlier this week, I was going in the sport mode, just for a little more performance, a little tighter handling, and higher revs. So I gotta say that my numbers being 19.3 in mixed driving is probably accurate. And I've gone on one road trip, which was a 40-mile highway trip. So of the 112, 40 of it was highway. So I guess I'm on a little low end of the mixed driving number, but you have to factor in that I was in sport mode a couple of those times. So if you were going to be driving in Comfort or Eco or even that Smart mode, you'll get the best bang for your buck in terms of miles per gallon. I've been all over the board, so my numbers are going to reflect that. Here we have what's called a tiger nose grille, concave shape. 2 different grille options. We've got these vertical lines on our trim level. There's also the diamond-shaped kind that you're probably most familiar with on the Optima. We of course have the vertical slits. Then you have this plastic square here. This is where you have that radar technology behind it, so when you're doing the cruise control and it's dictating how much space you have between you and the car in front of you, that's what's behind here. A backup camera, this is one of 4 cameras for that 360-degree view. One here, one on each side mirror, and then one of course in the back. A couple of other things here on the outside. We've got heated power folding mirrors with turn signal indicators here in the side. We've got automatic rain sensing windshield wipers. Oh, I'm out of shot. And LED headlights as well as fog lights here in the front. We are rolling on 19-inch alloy wheels, which are standard on the middle and top trim level. 18s are on the base trim level. Here's a look at your real-world backseat legroom and headroom, which I think you'll find extremely generous. I'm 5'11". This was my position as a driver up front. So look how much room I have between my knees and the back of the seat, well over a foot. And there's even a little bit of an indent in the seat back, plus a container there for an iPad, tablet, magazines, and so on. We do also have a sunscreen that opens up on both sides so you can keep the sun out. Not a big deal on a day like this where it's overcast. Headroom is fine. There's an indent here in the roof line, but you also have this massive panoramic sunroof, which creates more space, not only the illusion of space, but also some more headroom. Now, sliding over, you do raise up quite a bit. Well, I say quite a bit. You do come up a little bit, and now my head is hitting the roof line, as opposed to being over here, where I've got, pardon me, where I've got some more room here. I slide over, I'm up, and now my head is hitting the roof line, which is a little disconcerting, because you want to have a vehicle of this size be able to fit 3 people comfortably back here. You can certainly do that with these 2 side seats, just a little bit tight in the headroom in the middle spot. And this is where you had that fold down armrest with a pair of cup holders right there. And there's the access to the pass through. So if you have some longer items, this is where you would put them, whether it's this direction or that direction. So close it up, and here we go. You're also looking at 4 O-blank handles. This is an O-blank handle inside the vehicle. I really do like this felt top here. And spaciousness, boy, it's just gigantic, cavernous inside the Cadenza. A cavernous Cadenza. That's pretty cool, right? Okay, and I think that's all I want to talk about with this so far, so let's move on. So now I'm here at the trunk. My key is in my pocket, and just by being back here, it opens up on its own because it detects the key hidden in my pocket. Otherwise, if you want to do something really quickly, you can hold down that button, it opens up. There's also a button on the inside just left of the driver. Anyways, all of that just to show you that it automatically opens up if you want it to. 16 cubic feet of cargo volume back here. That's quite a bit. It's really deep. There's also a pass-through that you can access from the back seat. These seats, though, do not fold down, unfortunately, so you can't really utilize any more space, but it is big enough for someone like me to get back here and get out of the cold. If I wanted to, I could close that down because, oh, it's cozy in the back of the Cadenza. When you are ready to close it and move along and go about your day, press the button here along the edge. It'll fold down and you can go inside the car and get warm. Now I want to just kind of walk you through some of the interface with the infotainment system, the controls here, how I've been utilizing it this week. One thing I do is I keep my cell phone usually charged or plugged in, and when you do, there is the Apple Play option. So let me go ahead and get this back. I have it on airplane mode right now, but there's Apple CarPlay, which I've synced it to here. So now whatever's on my phone, I can access through the screen, so I can really focus on driving and not worry about what's on my phone per se. So there's the phone. Someone calls in, I can press it there or press it on the steering wheel to answer it. My music options, maps, messages that may come through, podcasts, slide over other audio apps that may be on here. So for example, I'll listen to a podcast from time to time. I can push that button there. It'll show me some of the podcasts that I have lined up that I haven't listened to, or I can catch up on some of the ones that I've already been listening to previously. Hope that makes sense. So we go back. We should be able to have the option of listening to the main satellite radio, which we have right here. So now we can see, here's what I'm talking about with the different stations. You can press pause. You press pause right there, and now it's going to do a back timer up to about 5 minutes. So if you are at a stoplight, for example, or going through a drive-through, or maybe you get a call, you can just pause what you're listening to. One of my favorite channels, Howard Stern, Howard 100, and so on. Now here is the navigation. Let's say map. You can see where we are. You can zoom in, pull out a little bit, see where we are in North Spokane, Washington. Also add in a address if you're looking for directions there. And here are all your other climate controls. I'll go back to, let's say, the home button, all menu. So you can cycle through all the different options within this system here. So climate controls, got your fans, front and rear defrost, AC, turn these dials here for the heat, cooling, and warming. Again, kind of redundancy here with what's up there on the infotainment screen. Down below here, you have a heated steering wheel, which I'm using on a day like this because it's 37 degrees outside. Heated seats, ventilated seats for both the driver and passenger. Drive modes, this is where you can cycle between comfort, eco, sport, and smart driving mode. Pull this up to engage the parking brake, back down to release it. Now if I pop it into reverse, you'll see on the screen here that 360 view camera that I was telling you about. There is the front, where that camera is, side mirror on both sides, and the side, or actually the rear. And now I can press that button here, shows that side. I can press this, just gonna give me the individual front of the vehicle, back left and to the side, back and to the right. And now 360 over here on the right hand side, pop it back into the park, and now you're back to the normal infotainment screen. closer look now at the steering wheel mounted controls. This is where you have your cruise control, and there's that radar, so you can dictate how much space you want between you and the car in front of you. These little page markers here changes what's in this 7-inch LCD instrument cluster, so I can go between tire pressure, for example, my heads-up display, and these toggle switches go down between them. So if I want to go up to heads-up display, press it in, now I can adjust the height of it, for example. Okay, go through this again. Now I'm looking at my trip counter, fuel economy, how long I've been in the vehicle, destination with north, south, east, and west. Left-hand side, there's your Bluetooth technology. So if you want to call someone and your phone is synced up to it, answer calls, hang up calls, the mode cycles through the radio, which now I have it a little too loud, but I can go through different radio stations and what might be on the infotainment screen. And your paddle shifters here on the back side, which are attached to the steering wheel. So let's talk competition against the Kia Cadenza. And I've got 5 cars that I can name off: Acura RLX, Toyota Avalon, Buick LaCrosse, Chrysler 300, and the Lexus ES. So where do you think this one stacks up against all of them? Well, price point, it's pretty competitive, and luxury, I don't know. You can probably go car for car and be somewhat competitive, but that, my friends, is the lineup of rivals with the Cadenza. There is no question in my mind that the 2017 Kia Cadenza is absolutely worth a look, and most certainly a test drive. And dollar for dollar, especially compared to its competition, price ranging from the low 30s to mid 40s, it's a good value. Definitely give it a look. Much more information right now on everymandriver.com to complement what this video is all about. So take a look at that. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson. Thank you so much for watching, supporting, and subscribing to us. We'll see you next time. Adios.